Hey everyone, welcome to epicspeak, where I help you engage in better English conversations. If you are trying to improve your English, try learning whole sentences and phrases. Because when you learn a whole sentence or expression, you can start using it immediately without worrying about what to do with it or what words go with it. All you have to do is learn the sentence and the context in which to use it, and just use it. It helps you learn a language faster and build fluency because it has a direct effect on your speaking. You can start speaking the sentences immediately. Also, when you learn things in context, you will remember them better. So, in today's video, I'm going to share with you 40 common and very useful sentences that you can use when you greet people. So that is our context for today. We'll be looking at formal and informal sentences to greet people, sentences to respond to greetings, and also some mini dialogues towards the end of the video. Let's get started. Now remember, you don't have to use all the 40 sentences at once. Pick some that you really like in each scenario or context and start using them until they are committed to your memory. Then you can come back for more and start using them. Let's start with the sentences that you can use when you want to greet someone. For general greetings, you can use any of these sentences. You probably already know, how are you? How is it going? You can also say, how's everything? How have you been? Now, it's more common when speaking to use contractions and say, how's everything? How's everything? How have you been? You contract how and have and make it how have you been? What have you been up to? How are you getting along? What's new? This is an informal greeting. What's new? Or what's up? Also an informal greeting. Or it can be further contracted and said, what's up? What's up? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? So you can use any of these 10 sentences depending on the context, whether it's formal or informal, to greet a person. Now, if you're greeting a person you haven't seen in a long time, you can add any of these phrases to the original greeting. You can say, hello, stranger. You haven't seen him in so long that he's practically a stranger. You can also say, I haven't seen you in years. I haven't seen you in years, in a long time. Long time, no see is an informal greeting. I haven't seen you in an age. An age is a really long time. So you can say, I haven't seen you in an age. Or you can say, I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. A month of Sundays is a really long time. A month of Sundays. Now, when somebody greets you, you should respond to that greeting, shouldn't you? You can give a positive, neutral, or negative response. First, let's look at some options for positive responses. You can say, I'm fine, or I'm great. You can also say, never been better, or couldn't be better. Never been better or couldn't be better means you're doing really well. Now, to answer how you've been, you can say, keeping busy or keeping myself busy. How have you been? Keeping busy. Or you can also say, keeping out of trouble. Keeping out of trouble. You can say, been up to no good. Been up to no good. Now, this is a way of saying that there's nothing much to talk about in your life. Been up to no good. And neutral responses would be, can't complain. No complaints. Can't complain or no complaints. You can also say, getting by. How are you doing? Getting by. You can say, so-so. How are you? So-so. You can also say, same as always or same as usual. Same as always or same as usual. Now, you can also say, Just muddling through. How are you doing? Just muddling through. Just muddling through means to manage to do something. Or you could say, could be worse or could be better. So they're a very neutral response. Or you can also say, same old, same old. Same old, same old. Now, some negative responses would be not good, not so good, not too good. Somebody asks you how you've been, you can say not good, not so good, not too good. Now, good can be replaced with well. Not well, not so well, or not too well. You can also say I've been better. I've been better. Or I've seen better days. Or I've had better days. Which means right now you're having bad days because you've seen better days. To express your surprise at meeting someone, you can say, what a surprise to meet you here. What a surprise to meet you here. Never thought I'd see you here. Never thought I'd see you here. What are you doing in this neck of woods? Neck of woods means a part of town or a location. So what are you doing in this neck of woods means what are you doing here? You can also say, fancy meeting you here. Fancy meeting you here, or imagine meeting you here. This is used when you want to express your surprise, that I haven't expected to see you here. Fancy meeting you here, or imagine meeting you here. Now, if somebody is supposed to be at a certain place, but you see them in another place, then you could say, shouldn't you be in school? They were supposed to be at school, but you saw them at the market. So you could say, shouldn't you be in school? Or shouldn't you be at work? If you've seen them at the mall and they're supposed to be at work, you can also use this question. Now, in response to somebody's greeting, if you want to say that you've been busy, if you want to say that you're busy, then there are many options. You can say, keeping busy, or keeping myself busy. Keeping busy or keeping myself busy. You could also say, I'm swamped. I'm swamped. When you're swamped, you're completely covered with work. Or I'm snowed under. Like you're buried under snow. Picture being buried under snow. So if you're buried under work, you can say, I'm snowed under. You have so much to do. Then you can say, I'm snowed under. You can also say, there aren't enough hours in the day. I wish I had more hours so that I could finish my work. There aren't enough hours in the day. This is to say that you're busy or you have a lot to do. You can also say, not a moment to spare. Not a moment to spare. And I don't have time to breathe. I'm so busy that I don't have time to breathe. So you can say, I don't have time to breathe. Now remember, you don't have to use all these 40 sentences at the same time. Pick a couple of sentences from each scenario, for a greeting, for a response, for responding to a greeting, or to say that you're busy, and start using them with your friends, start using them with anybody that you encounter. And then once you have committed those sentences to your memory, you can recall them as and when you like. You can come back to this lesson and look for more sentences and practice them. I hope you've liked this video. If you did, click that like button, share it with your friends so that it can reach more people. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon in my next one. Now let's look at some mini dialogues using these conversation starters.
Vicky, how are you?
Never been better. I have not seen you in years.
My boss gave me 2 projects this year. I'm snowed under. What's up with you? Shouldn't you be at work? I'm taking a break for a few weeks.
Hello, stranger. When did you get back?
Hey Priya. Just got back last month for my sister's wedding. How is it going?
Just muddling through. What about you?
Not so good. My hubby has been stuck abroad since the lockdown and I miss him terribly.
The maid stopped coming and I am swamped with all the chores. Enough about me. How are you getting along?
Ever since I had my twins, I feel like I don't have time to breathe.
Hopefully, it'll get better once they are older.